I've got one feeder with a corrugated metal hay gate, and I've got one with a steel cattle panel hay gate. This one's a lot better. Today we're going to be going around putting hay out for everybody because we're actually going on a trip. We're going to be out of the state for the next several days, although we will be back home by the time you see this. But I need to go around and make sure that everybody is squared away for while we're gone. That's what's going on today on Farmertylerranch. And we're off. First stop is the steer pasture. You probably noticed that I'm in a different truck today. And this is actually my dad's truck. It's standing in for the Ford while it's getting repaired. And while we don't own this truck currently, the plan is to buy it as soon as I get my Ford sold. So I guess this is the unofficial introduction to the new farm truck. And actually, I guess I shouldn't call it the new farm truck because, well, I don't know if anybody cares about this or not, but I'm just gonna tell you anyway. I think the plan is to get the Dodge, the flatbed Dodge, fixed up and roadworthy, and then that will be the actual farm truck. And then this will be the tow rig. So like whenever we need to move cattle, whenever I need to, I don't know, go get a load of steel, tow the RV, anything like that will be what this truck is used for. So we have, you know, a nice reliable truck to put the highway towing miles on. But for everyday farm use, I don't think I want to use this truck for that because it's so nice. And if I use it like that, it's gonna get all messy and dirty and just, you know, how a work truck gets. It doesn't stay nice for long. So that's the plan for now. You know how it goes, it could change.
Do whatever you do, man. Yeah, you got it.
Maybe. This one's moving, that's the problem. Come on.
There you go.
There.
You got it.
There.
I gotta go get ready to move the camera.
Okay, everyone clear.
Let her rip, potato chip.
See that?
Oh.
Very anticlimactic, actually, when it hits the ground. Where do you want these?
Just wherever you want to leave them.
A little momentum on these ones.
Yeah, especially with that 4x4. There you go.
Are they both gone or just one?
Get ready. No, the top one's gone.
There, and you wanted the excavator. 5 bales delivered to the steers. That ought to last them at least 10 days the way I got it figured. It's not like they're completely out of grass. But it is getting a little bit short over there. Now we're not going to be gone for 10 days, but you know, the way I think about it is it's nice to have that hay supply sitting there, and that'll give me time to get back home, get the gooseneck hitch installed on this truck to where I can go back and pick those boys up. Next stop is the heifer pasture. And here we are at the heifer pasture. I thought that maybe I would try to be, I guess this is smart, try to roll 3 bales off the back of the trailer and leave them right here. Then when I go back up and get the tractor, it's shorter trips for me to go back and forth. 3 bales is more than enough for these cows for as long as we're gonna be gone, but they actually did break out yesterday. So I wanna make sure that they've got plenty to eat so that they're not tempted to do that again. These two are gonna be a little more tricky because the fender kind of plays a factor, but I'm just hoping I can do it. Just tip it off the side. Let's go get the tractor and get these set out for them. When they haven't seen hay all year, the first bale is really easy to put out. Second one, maybe not so much. Yeah, it looks like his feeder's got a bunch of hay from last year. I'm gonna try to move it. It's kind of funny, they have no idea what's going on. I think the heifer, or the cows that were here last year, are starting to figure it out. Well, they are eating it, but they don't seem that excited about it, which I guess is a good thing. I moved them in this pasture yesterday after we got them back on the property, and this was ready to be grazed. So they probably aren't that hungry, but honestly, that's exactly how I want them to be. I'm gonna go grab those other 2 bales and we'll just set them out on the ground here somewhere. And I guess the cattle will get to them when they're hungry. Check out the other flavor here. Well, hopefully that satisfies them. That ought to be more than enough feed for them for the amount of time that we're gonna be gone. But, you know, when you're on the other side of the country, you do kind of worry about these things. Well, I'm back home now. We got the steer group taken care of, the heifer group taken care of, we got the bulls taken care of. That just leaves the main cow herd. So let's go get them taken care of. So my plan is to roll out one of these small 4-footer bales just to keep the cattle occupied. And while they're working on that, I'm gonna roll out 2 of these 6-foot bales. Now up till now, I've only rolled 4-footers with the New Holland, and I was thinking just on the way over here, Man, I probably should have left those nose weights on the tractor for doing the 6-footers, but this will be a good test. If the tractor can handle them, no problem, and still steer and handle normally, then I'll just leave the weights off. But I guess today I'll learn what it can do. Sometimes I really have to think about which side of the bale I want to grab so that it unrolls the way that I want. And I guess the smart way to do this is to look on the bale itself. And I know that for these forage bales, if I want to unroll them backwards, the red stripe needs to be on the right side while you're sitting on the tractor. So I decided maybe it would be smart to go down to where the cows are at right now and sort of lead them down here on foot. And then once they all get here in this back pasture, then roll this bale out. What I'm worried about is if they see me do it now, when I go and open all the gates and everything, that they're all just gonna run down here. And this gate crossing from the middle field to the back field is pretty rocky. The plan was to put gravel over top of it, but the plan just didn't end up happening this year. So they can walk through there fine, but I don't want them running through there. And I think by doing things this way, we can slow them down just a little bit. I've had the cattle off of this pasture for a little while in anticipation of this trip, trying to stock it up so that there would be a little bit of grass back here for them. And there is, but I just don't think there's quite enough. And the last thing that I want is for them to get hungry and start pushing on fences while I'm gone. I'm always impressed with the holding power of a single wire. You guys ain't messing with it, are you? Gotta stay in front of them. Slow down. That's pretty much what I was hoping they would do. You know, they're excited, they're running down here, but when they get to that gate, they are slowing down and picking their way through. Everybody's running down to the tractor now, but I think I'm gonna wait to start rolling the bale until everybody is out here. So that might be a minute. It's kind of funny, you guys probably can't see it on the GoPro, but I've got all the hot wire pulled down out here, but they are navigating this field as if it's still there. They haven't realized that it's gone yet. They realize this bale's here though. Well, that's perfect timing. Right as I got to the tractor, I see the last cow walking through the gate. So let's start rolling. Well, this is the part of my setup that is not so good. I really have no choice. I have to come in here with the 8N and lift up these 6-foot bales and get them out where I can then grab them with the bale unroller. At some point, I've got to figure out a way around this because it's really silly to be using 2 tractors to do this every time. But for now, this is what we got, so this is what I'm gonna do. Well, I'll tell you what, the front wheels on this tractor are real light right now, and I'll probably have to do a lot of steering with the brakes, but you know, it is doing it. I think before I try to move any more 6-foot bales with this tractor though, I do need to put the weights back on the front, or just say that, you know, the 6-footers are for the LS only. Like every bump I hit, it's like my front end is on the moon. You know, it just, the wheels come off the ground real slowly and then they come back down real slowly. But the bright side is that the bale kind of acts like a wheelie bar, so it's not like I can go over backwards. I don't know if I grabbed the bale on the wrong side or what, but that didn't even make it halfway down the field. I was expecting these big bales to go up and down the whole length. I double checked that the bale is the right way this time, so let's see how far this one goes. Well, that was a little bit more like what I expected. It still rolled out real heavy at the beginning, but once we got the diameter down to like 4 or 5 feet, it really started stretching out. What's really great about this 3-way hay is that it's made up of wheat, oats, and barley, and all 3 of those things will reseed themselves out here where I've rolled out the hay. If we look at the bale right here, you can see we got a big head of beardless wheat. We got some oats right there, and we got barley right there as well. So not only does this provide the cattle with something good to eat, but as they thrash this hay around, step on it, a lot of those seeds are going to fall down onto the ground, and come spring we will see 2 strips of 3-way forage mix hay growing out here right about exactly where these windrows are. And I think it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, the reason that I want this to reseed itself like that is because then I am presented with the option of either just grazing it as it is, or I could come out here, cut it, and bale it. It would be really interesting for me to see, you know, like if I roll out 2 bales in this check, how many bales could I bale off of that in the springtime? I mean, I'm sure it probably wouldn't be 2, but it's just kind of interesting when you think about it that way. It's like the bales are reproducing themselves. So with that, I think everybody is taken care of and clear to go for us to leave. At least I certainly hope so. And you know, I'm thinking about it now, I don't think I've even said where we're going. There will be a video about it. You'll see all about it because we're gonna fly out to North Carolina and we're gonna get to go on a tour of the new LS parts warehouse and assembly plant, which I'm really excited to see how these tractors are put together. So I don't know if that'll be the next video, but it's coming soon. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Looks like I'm about to run out of battery, so it's a good place to end it. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.